39 minutes past the hour. Let's get to the latest now in campaign 2012. This morning, Sarah Palin is defending her record in Alaska and explaining some puzzling comments about Paul Revere, while another conservative Republican is announcing his bid for the presidency. CBS News political correspondent Jan Crawford has the latest this morning from Washington. Jan, good morning.
Well, good morning, Erica. And that is Rick Santorum. He's the former two-term senator from Pennsylvania who's going to be entering the race for the White House today. But he, like all those other fellow candidates, are finding it pretty hard to get a lot of attention when Sarah Palin continues to flirt with a presidential bid of her own. Sarah Palin's bus tour took a break this weekend, but she's still dominating the spotlight. On Sunday, clips from her upcoming movie, The Undefeated, were released. It's a documentary about the former Alaska governor. The film's goal? To clear up what the director claims are the many distortions and outright lies about Palin's record.
She was the CEO of 25,000 employees.
The movie leaves the impression Palin will run for president and argues she is qualified for the job.
And she wasn't afraid to use those powers.
Despite the bus tour and now the movie, Palin remains coy about whether she'll join the field of GOP presidential contenders.
On a spectrum where 0 is I'm absolutely not running and 100% is I'm in the race, where are you now? Give me a number.
Still right there in the middle, Chris. Still
50?
Trying to figure out what the lay of the land will be.
But she certainly sounded like a candidate when asked what she would do as president to boost the economy.
What President Palin would do is cut the federal budget.
Palin also talked about energy and Afghanistan and slammed President Obama's economic policies.
It's very noble of President Obama to want to stay at the helm and maybe go down with this sinking ship, but I prefer, and many Americans prefer, that we start plugging the hole.
But there was also the trivial. She was asked to explain her comments last week, suggesting that Paul Revere on his famous ride was warning Americans and the British. Critics said the comments showed she didn't know her history. Palin said the media once again was playing gotcha.
You know what? I didn't mess up about Paul Revere. Part of his ride was to warn the British that were already there that, hey, you're not going to succeed. You're not going to take American arms.
Now, Palin's movie will debut in Iowa, New Hampshire, South Carolina. Obviously, Erica, 3 key primary states later on this month. And then it will be in theaters nationally in July. And who knows, by then, maybe we'll have an answer from Palin about whether she's running for president or not.
Maybe we'll have a candidate. Jen, you've seen the movie. What did you learn, if anything, that's new in it?
Well, I mean, I think it is an unabashed defense of Sarah Palin and her record as governor of Alaska. But what I found most interesting is how it goes back to when she started in politics 20 years ago and shows almost this unbroken line in her thinking. The things that we've been hearing from her on her bus tour about the role of government and free markets and freedom, she's been saying those things for 20 years. And there's video of her as a young candidate on the stump running for mayor 20 years ago, sounding exactly like the Sarah Palin that we're seeing out on that bus tour today. I thought that was probably the most striking thing, just that never-before-seen video.
Rick Santorum, two-term senator from Pennsylvania, throwing his hat in the ring later today. How does he stack up against the declared candidates?
Well, he's got a pretty tough path to the nomination. I think he's been making some inroads among some of those social conservatives. He spent a lot of time in South Carolina, but he's going to have a very difficult time going against someone like a Tim Pawlenty, who's been out there. He's got a very energetic campaign already. And if Sarah Palin gets in the race, Rick Santorum will have an extremely difficult time.
All right, we know you'll be watching it. Jan Crawford in Washington. Jan, thanks.